So if you're like me, you may have done a quick search on the YouTubes to see if the Marshals are any good, and you're met with several videos of people who bought the Dragon's Breath bundle in the store and are hyping this new weapon up. So you're kind of excited. Well, let me be the one to break the news to you. The Marshal is trash. It's trash in Cold War multiplayer, although somehow I got a chopper gunner with these things. I have no clue how. And it's trash in Warzone. I have footage from both games in this video for you to look at and see for yourself. Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. So the Marshal is a secondary double barrel shotgun pistol. Not sure why they decided to go this route with it and tune it the way it is when secondary shotguns are a thing in this game, but I guess we'll come back to that later. So you get 2 rounds with the Marshal to fire before you are forced to reload, and you only start off with 2 rounds in reserve, so it's a very restrictive weapon. You have to pick your shots wisely unless you opt for like scavenger or an assault pack, etc, etc. There are 6 attachments you can unlock while you level up the Marshal. There are 2 red dot sights, which are, I mean, okay if you're going for headshots, but pretty much useless outside of that. There are also 2 different barrels you can equip. You have the extended barrel, which will increase your range, and you have the cut down barrel, which increases your fire rate. Not sure why you would ever use the cut down barrel to increase the fire rate when you only get 2 shots with this thing. It's not like it's going to make much of a difference whether you get your shots off faster or not. Not to mention you lose range with the cut down barrel, which is a huge no-no with the Marshal because the range on these things are downright pitiful to start with. You will also unlock the Dragon's Breath rounds, which actually had me really excited because this would be one of the first super unique attachments in Cold War that you wouldn't be able to find on another weapon. Turns out the Dragon's Breath rounds only add extra damage to your Marshal. There's no burn damage whatsoever, at least in Black Ops Cold War. Now, the damage increase does make the Marshal feel much more powerful. You get way more one-shots with the Dragon's Breath rounds. This is another attachment that once you unlock it, you're never going to want to remove it from your Marshal. The last attachment you can unlock is the Akimbo stock, which is where the magic tries to happen. A quick pro tip for you here: while you're leveling up the Marshal trying to unlock this Akimbo attachment, you always, in every single situation, will want to aim down sights with the solo Marshal. Aiming down sight tightens that pellet spread significantly and makes this weapon way more consistent. Hip firing it the single Marshal is going to make you want to pull your hair out. I'm warning you now, don't do it. But yeah, Akimbo plus the Dragon's Breath rounds plus the extended barrel is the best possible class you can make in Cold War multiplayer. It makes the Marshal viable, but not really practical. If you shoot both Marshals at the same time, you get a decent one-shot kill range, but then you're stuck reloading and you're likely going to get caught with your pants down and you're likely going to get killed. I like to alternate shooting one at a time, and then I try to reload each Marshal individually, so I always have a shot ready for the next engagement. I found using the Akimbo version like this makes gameplay a little bit more fluid rather than like a gas break approach where you shoot and then reload and then shoot and then reload over and over and over again. But in the end, treating the Marshals like a primary is going to be a bad experience. If you treat them like a secondary weapon that you pull out to get a quick kill with, the Marshal has a niche in that it has a slightly longer one-shot kill potential than like the Howard shotgun, but you're likely only going to get 1 kill with it before you have to run away and reload. I just don't see the appeal of the Marshal in Cold War when we have secondary shotguns already in the game. If shotguns were a primary weapon in this game, then sure, the Marshal may have some appeal here, but I don't know why you wouldn't use any other secondary in the game over the Marshal the way it currently is in Cold War. Now, in Warzone, shotguns are primary, so maybe there's a different story over there. But before we get into that, I just need to rant real quick. I sincerely hope you're enjoying this Mastery Camo gameplay because getting gold camo was a pain in the I think it's the second to last camo category requires that you get long shots with the Marshal. Why do we need to get long shots with the Marshals that have barely any range to them already? Why not go for point blank kills? That makes a tad bit more sense, doesn't it, than going for long shots with a shotgun pistol? I mean, it's been a while since I camo grinded for these shotguns, but I'm pretty sure they didn't require long shots. Same with the pistol. So why on earth does the Marshal require them? And the cherry on top of all of this is that the long shots don't even count 9 times out of 10 with these Marshals. I think it's glitched at the moment. Long shots will only register if you get like a kill that's 15 to 16 meters away. Anything further than that will not count. And you can kill further out than 15 to 16 meters with multiple shots. I spent a significant amount of time doing that before I realized I wasn't making any progress and had to look into why that is. Camo grinding with these things is just frustrating, and good luck to you if you decide to go that route. So moving over to Warzone, the Marshal weapon design is a similar concept. They just behave a bit different. For one, the cut down barrel is going to be the optimal barrel in Warzone because it increases your range and bullet velocity, unlike in Cold War. And in Warzone, the Dragon's Breath rounds behave like you'd expect them to. They do not increase damage flat out like in Cold War. It actually deals less damage initially, but it does have a burn effect that ticks and deals damage to your enemy over time. Your optimal loadout is going to be the Dragon's Breath rounds with the cut down barrel and the Akimbo attachment. But again, these things are still doo-doo in Warzone. Even without the Dragon's Breath rounds, so you're dealing like max damage up close, they're just garbage. You can one-shot with these, but you have to be point blank, and I mean point blank to get the one-shot kill Akimbo, and it's still very inconsistent. You're likely going to be emptying out all 4 rounds just to get 1 kill, and then you're stuck reloading these things. The Marshal's just not good. There's no attachments to help the reload, to help hit fire, just nothing. The Marshals are nothing like the 3.57 snake shots from Modern Warfare. You're actually better off using a non-Akimbo snake shot than the Marshal, or any other dual-wield pistol for that matter. So in conclusion, the Marshal is not good. It's somewhat viable with all the attachments unlocked, but you might want to consider doing some meditation before forcing yourself to use the Marshal without attachments to level it up. Leave a comment, like the video, hit the subscribe button. I'm gonna end it like that. Deuces.